Welcome to the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena on the campus of Plattsburgh State University for tonight's SUNYAC championship game between the Lakers of SUNY Oswego and your Plattsburgh State Cardinals. Let's meet tonight's starting lineup. First for visiting Oswego. Starting at left wing, a senior from Williamsville, New York, number 15, Garen Reisweiber. Starting at right wing, a senior from Richmond Hill, Ontario, number 20, Mark Lotze. Center ice, a senior from Ontario, number 12, Debbie. Starting on defense from Newmarket, Ontario, number 25, Mike Novak. And a senior from Newmarket, number 27, Francis Magnan. And starting in goal from Bakersfield, California, 1, Tim Potter. Coached by Ed Gosick, who sixth season, he's assisted by Ford, Pete Sears, and Sisman. And now introducing for your State Cardinals. Starting at left, a junior from Nova Scotia, 25, Phil. Starting wing, a sophomore from Georgetown, Ontario, number 50, and Sliasit. Center ice, us from Newmarket, Ontario, number 25, Wilson. Starting on defense, sophomore from Calberta, number 26, Ryan Corn. And a senior, Cedar Knolls, New Jersey, number 5, Eric E. And a sophomore from Tilsonburg, Ontario, number 31, and Hicks. Cardinals are coached by Emery, who is in his 20th season. He's assisted by Steve, Greg Facette, and Wood. The official States championship game, Murphy, John Everett, Obladu. Layman, would you all please rise your caps and join Rich Stein as we honor America with the singing of our anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night, for the land that we lost were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets and the anthems were singing air, they proved in the night that our flag was still there. Oh, save us that star-spangled and guided way, for the land of the free and the home of the
The head coach of the Oswego State Lakers in his sixth season is Ed Gosick, with a record thus far of 114 victories, 38 losses, and 14 ties. Oswego had left the blue line while Plattsburgh remained still. Because apparently they are going to play the Canadian anthem. No, a little bit of mind games right there. Plattsburgh waited a while to leave the blue line. Oswego had returned to it. And now Plattsburgh breaks. We're about less than a minute away here from the start of the first period. As Plattsburgh now huddles up at their own net, and Tim Potter loosens up at the other end. Head coach of Plattsburgh, Bob Emery, in his 20th year, 445 victories, 139 losses, 44 ties, 2 national championships. As the final seconds tick down here of the pregame. Hintz clearing off some snow in front of his net. Riceover, Lotzi, and Levy on the ice for the Lakers, backed up by Francois Gagnon and Mike Novak to start out. For Plattsburgh, it's Phil Farrow, Joey Wilson, Dan Sliasis, backed up by Ryan Corey and Eric Green. Levy versus Wilson, and we are about to get underway. 5th time in the last decade these two teams have met to decide the SUNYAC championship. And Darrell Levy takes the opening draw. Gets it to Riceover, streaking down the left wing side. Shoots it in, glove hand saved by Hintz. He covers up. Now we got some contact out in front. Mark Lotzi getting tangled up with Ryan Corey. But we will have a face-off in the Plattsburgh end. 19:53 remaining in the first. No score. The Lakers have not earned a victory over Plattsburgh since this very large senior class was just a bunch of freshmen during the 2005-2006 regular season. They swept the series that regular season and then lost both games of the SUNYAC playoffs. That's back when it was played in a 2-game series. Ryan Corey digs the puck out of the far corner, gets it past the center red, dumps it in, and is the first to get to it. Loose puck now behind the net of Tim Potter. It's taken out towards the hash marks near side. Joey Wilson backhands it into the end boards once again. Played there by Darrell Levy. Tried to advance it into the far corner. Loose puck as Levy is drilled down to the ice hard. And he is slow to get to his skates, but now he retreats and is able to pick the puck up as it came back towards the end boards. First hard hit of the night goes to Plattsburgh. And coming over the center red is Garen Riceover dumping in with a backhand. And the first line change for Oswego. Brennan McLaughlin out on the ice on the forecheck as Plattsburgh starts the breakout with a pass on to the near side. Peter Magana swoops in and gets his takeaway. Fired one in towards the net. Knocked away with the paddle by Brian Hintz. Loose puck at the far side half boards. Andrew Mather tracking it down. Out to left point. Shot comes in. Hintz saves it. It goes off the end boards and behind the net. Taking it there is Kavanaugh. Taking it away is Mather. Tried to center in front. Taken away by Faso. And moving right to left is Plattsburgh. Riley Hill with a wrister. Hit a stick of a defender and bounced to the far side corner. Andrew Willick will play it behind the net of Tim Potter. And it's taken there by Kyle McCutcheon. Gets it up to center ice. Ward Smith intercepts. Gets it over to Dylan Clark. Clark turns it over. Kyle McCutcheon, right wing side on the attack. The rest of the Lakers off on a line change. McLaughlin looked like he took a high stick there as he comes off a little bit shaken up. McCutcheon coughed the puck up as he took it into the near corner. Now Eric Salem's got one-on-one the other way with Zaleski. Far side face-off circle. Takes it on his backhand behind the net. He's bumped off the puck, trying to stay with it in the near corner as Chris Lagunier comes over as well. And Kyle Taylor, Eric Selleck for Van Strum in the near side corner. McCutcheon has it and will feather it around the boards onto the far side corner. Tracking it down there is Ryan Burke for Plattsburgh. Advanced up through the neutral zone by Oswego. Ward Smith will backhand it up to Eric Sadum, who backhands it, or backtrack rather, into his own end. Returning it for Burke in the far side corner of his own end. Burke tried to loft it up ice. It's intercepted by Eric Selleck. He had it for a moment. It was poked away into the neutral zone. Lakers will dump back into the near corner and get another line change. 17:40 remaining in the first period. We have no score. Long pass by Ward Smith off the mark. It'll be the first icing of the night against the Cards. We are less than 2.5 into this one. No score at the Stafford Ice Arena in Plattsburgh. SUNYAC Championship on WNYO. Cards looking for their second straight SUNYAC title. The Lakers looking to keep their season alive and their first SUNYAC championship since 2003. Faceoff will be to the glove hand side of Brian Hintz. And the Cards win the draw. Ward Smith out of the near corner. Held up now. Musselwhite takes it away. Top of the near circle. Fired a wrister wide of the right post. Going behind the net to get it. Whitehead sends it out in front. Loose puck. And trying to jam it home. It's in! But the official says no goal. The red light went on. But the official was waving it off before the Lakers jammed it home. First break of the night goes to Plattsburgh. I don't know what the official saw there to make him signal that no goal. The net never got knocked off its mooring. Perhaps he thought Hintz had it covered up. That was not the case. And Peter Magana, the captain, going out to plead his case before returning to the bench. He'll have an explanation for Coach Ed Gosick that no matter what he says, Coach Gosick isn't going to be pleased. Another glove hand side face-off in the end of Plattsburgh. It's won by the Lakers. They keep in that left point. Slapper from Novak. It's deflected out in front. Loose puck towards the end line. Just wide of the left post. Lakers couldn't handle it. It goes behind the net. Carrying it there is Ryan Corey, advancing it up along the near side. It's touched by Vandermeer, who got it to the Oswego blue line. Kudrock had it there, and they're going to call a hand pass against Plattsburgh. It's coming all the way back. 17:06 remaining in the first. The Lakers have had a goal already waved off, so we have no score. Darrell Levy to take the draw again. It goes into the near side corner. Plattsburgh able to touch it there. And bringing it up along the left wing side is Joey Wilson on the attack. Fakes the big slapper. Top of the circle. Tried to fade it in front. It's stopped by Tim Potter, and he's able to cover up. Out in front there was number 15, Dan Sliasis. He was unable to poke at it as Potter did a good job of covering it up right on to his right on the post. We are just more than 3 minutes into this one, no score at the Stafford Ice Arena. And the face-off to the stick-hand side of Potter. Comes back towards the point where Kavanaugh holds it in. Zaleski's going to intercept, try to play it off the glass, and does. Out to the center red. Kavanaugh takes it there, dumps it back into the wide side of the ice. Jared Anderson tracking it down far corner. He had a premature end to his debut at Stafford as the freshman was thrown out for a hit from behind in the first period of the regular season matchup December 5th. Levy on the attack. Twister, save, loose puck in front. Lotzi on his backside. Could not send it in. Riceover gets it back to Anderson between the circles. His wrister goes wide. And it's behind the net, pushed onto the near side corner by Plattsburgh. Clearing attempt held in by Rich Zaleski. He'll dump it back. The official says it did get beyond the blue line, so Darrell Levy has to come back. Nick Rolls will advance it along the near side boards. And taken away by Peter McGiney at the center end. McGiney will just dump it in. Andrew Willick within his own circles sends it onto the far side where it's dumped in by Joey Wilson. Going to the end boards is Rich Zaleski. Backhands it across for Peter McGiney near side. McGiney lays a hit on Kyle Taylor as he gets rid of the puck. Up to the neutral zone for Andrew Mather. Settles it, dumps it in with a backhand, and gives chase to the end boards. Ryan Burke the first to get to it. Sends it onto the near side for Faso. Backhands it off the sideboards for Riley Hill. Left wing side on the attack. Feeds it across. Burke with a shot. Saved by Potter. Rebound kicked out to the far corner. And Peter McGiney will track it down there. Bringing it up the center of the ice. Correction, that is Tyler Lyon. He got it on the far side for Andrew Mather, who touched it in the end boards. Falling behind his own net is Ward Smith, but he was able to play it to the near side half boards for Burke. Sent to the neutral zone, intercepted by Francois Gagnon, and dumped back into the near side corner. And it goes behind the net of Brian Hintz. Ward Smith tried to feather one to the near side to be able to whistle. And a delayed offside call against the Lakers. 15-18 remaining in period number one. We have no score. SUNYAC championship game at the Stafford Ice Arena. Neutral zone faceoff taken by Oswego near side boards. Chris Lagener tried to feed it on the attack to Eric Selleck. He was put into the boards by Sadum. And the puck is taken by Ryan Corey in his own end for Plattsburgh. Take away at center ice for Eric Selleck coming down the center on the attack. Drops it for Ellis, bottom of the far circle. Lagener tried to feed it in front. Loose puck, edge of the crease. It's knocked out to the point. Novak shot, saved, and kicked into the stands. Well, the Lakers have had some pressure here early on. And they've outshot Plattsburgh 4-2 so far in the first 5+ minutes. The faceoff now will be to the stick-hand side of Hintz along the far side boards. Kudrock against Selleck. Selleck wins it into the half boards. Coming over to play it, though, is Schluter. Sent it back out to the point, held in by Novak with a shot. Score! It's tipped in front by Chris Lagener. The Lakers take a 1-0 lead. 14:49 to play in the first. Well, you just knew if the Lakers kept applying the pressure that they'd eventually get one past. They look a little bit like they did in the second period during the regular season matchup here at Stafford when they were able to beat Hintz 3 times in that 20-minute span. Of course, those were the only 3 goals they got all game and lost 4-3 in overtime. The Lakers are no strangers to having the lead here at Stafford. They are strangers to holding on to it as of late. The faceoff goes into the Plattsburgh end. taken by Sliasis. He tried to advance it along the left wing. Chopped back to the Plattsburgh blue line. Ward Smith will take it on the attack himself. Down the center, gets past the defender. Backhand shot went wide. Well wide to the left post from that backhand. It's held in from the blue line. Tracking it down far corner is Sliasis. He takes a hit. And the puck advanced up along the far side boards. Cleared out by Matt Whitehead. Dumped right back in. And Joey Wilson's going to try to track it down near side corner. Cannot get to it in time. It's an icing. 14-15 remaining in period number 1. Oswego 1, Plattsburgh nothing. By the way, fans, if you're looking for live stats, you can find them online. Plattsburgh's athletic site, plattsburgh.edu/athletics. Search for it from there. They do have live statistics here from the Stafford Ice Arena. Face-off stick-hand side of Hintz once again, and it's sent into the far side corner. Burke putting it behind his own net. Smith advancing it to the near side, and now up the left wing side is Joey Wilson. Trying to get around Zaleski, but Zaleski made enough contact to allow Darrell Levy to track it down in his own end and get it back to Zaleski in the neutral zone. Weisweber, right wing side on the attack. Stops the face-off dot, tried to feed it across, but fanned on it. Brian Corey takes it away and lofts it all the way down ice. Anderson quickly in his own end. Goes behind his own net, sends it on to the near side for Zaleski. Up to Levy at his own blue. Tried to tip it into the neutral zone. It was held in initially. Now Levy gets it to Weisweber. One-on-one. Weisweber stops near circle. Couldn't get the shot off. Here comes Lotzi. His shot denied by Hintz. And it's in the near side corner, taken there by Andrew Willock. Weisweber slow to get to his skates. He's going to come off ice. Plattsburgh got it into the neutral zone. It was dumped right back in. Ryan Corey just off to the left post in his own end. Takes it behind the net. Now starts up the center of the ice, leaving it behind for Green, who gave it away to Andrew Mather, top of the far circle. Mather couldn't get the shot off. Taken right back by Plattsburgh and advanced up the right wing side. Oswego back in the neutral zone. They try to feed it across the ice. It's taken at center red by Clark. And Plattsburgh will dump in. Behind the net now. Taking it to the point is Riley Hill. Drops it for Taylor. Going behind the net. Reach around. Try is a save for Tim Potter. The wraparound backhand. He tried to feed it out in front. Potter was able to cover it up. 12:56 remaining in period number 1. It is still 1-0 Oswego. Tim Potter has been able to cover up a couple of those opportunities out in front. That's one of the things that you'll hear Coach Ed Gosick say about Potter is he does not let in the garbage goals like that. He's not flashy, but the fact that he doesn't let in the garbage goals instills a lot more confidence in this team that they did not have the first semester. And Oswego gets a defensive zone face-off win. The senior Mike Novak behind his own net, up the near side boards for Ryan Ellis. He is pinned into the glass as he tried to play the puck. It goes to the near side corner. Selleck plays it behind the net, but Eric Sadem takes control for Plattsburgh, right wing side. Dumps in after he gets over the center red. Behind the net, Mike Novak pokes it to the near corner. Kyle Taylor tracks it down, threw it in front. Nobody was home for Plattsburgh. And it bounces off the sideboards and comes right between the circles, but Chris Lagunier will wisely take it from there, skate it to the near side, and put it into the neutral zone. Taken there by Plattsburgh, dumped right back in. Potter nearly misplayed it behind his own net. Gave it right to Dylan Clark. However, Clark had a defender right with him. And back on the attack comes Eric Selleck. Left wing side. Big slapper. Shoots. Score! It hit the glove hand of Brian Hintz and went over top of it and trickled home. And the Lakers take a 2-0 lead. The SUNYAC Rookie of the Year beats the SUNYAC Player of the Year. 12:09 remaining in the first period. Well, this Laker team has come out like fire on ice the same way they did against Geneseo in the semifinals. The first 8 minutes have been dominated by the Lakers. They've outshot Plattsburgh 7-3. But we've read this book before. Second and third period can be a completely different story. And now Plattsburgh has it behind the Oswego net. Kudrock far corner. Sharp angle shot is saved by Tim Potter, pushed onto the far side, near side, half boards rather, and Neil Musselwhite taking it there, getting it up to Tyler Line in the neutral zone. Brad Dormany dumps it in. Musselwhite the first to get to it. Plays it at the end boards. He was pushed into the glass by Ryan Burke. Puck advanced up along the near side by Kyle Kudrock, and he gets it to Schluter. Schluter will dump in, and he's the first to get to it behind the net of Tim Potter. Tyler Line gets a stick on it. That frees it up for Neil Musselwhite. Tries to wrap it around, but not out along the far side. It's held in by Eric Green. Goes behind the net and now into the near side corner where Schluter has it again. Taking off his skates at the hash marks. Wilson got control of it, sent it in front for Green, but he was denied by Tim Potter. Great chance right there for Plattsburgh. Green couldn't tip it in. Wilson back at his own blue line. quickly turns on the Jets the other way, trying to catch Oswego on the line change. Wilson in between the circles, lost control of it. Loose puck at the end line, and Sliosis scores! Well, the sharp angle shot from Dan Sliosis. That's going to cut the lead in half and steal the momentum right back. 11:01 remaining in the first period. That was a bad angle, but you get the puck on net, good things can happen. Plattsburgh shows that right there. We have a 2-1 game. We are less than 9 minutes in. We've seen 12 shots on net combined and 3 goals. And Plattsburgh takes the ensuing face-off. Nick Rolls will dump in after getting to center red. Takes a weird bounce off the end boards. Came right to Rich Zaleski, who coughs it up. Kavanaugh from the point. Shoots. Saved by Potter, the rebound. Was brushed out to the point, but held in by Plattsburgh. Phil Farrow nearly had an open net as Potter had committed on the first save. But now the puck takes a bounce into the neutral zone, and Darrell Levy back the other way. Shoots. Saved by Brian Hintz, and he covers up as Karen Riceweber goes crashing into the net. Brian Hintz has not looked good early on. He is letting up a couple of rebounds on shots that have not exactly come rocketing in on him. 10:37 remaining in period number 1. It's 2-1 Oswego. Goals by Chris Lagener and Eric Selleck. And then just recently the goal by Dan Sliosis for Plattsburgh, cutting the lead in half from that sharp angle right on the end line, just off to the right of Tim Potter. Oswego trying to regain control of the puck here at the end boards, but Passo's going to carry it out along the near side boards into the neutral zone. McLaughlin gets a stick on it. He'll carry it back on the attack to the far side, trying to get around Willock. Sends it out in front, and Hintz will play it with the paddle and then cover up. As McLaughlin took a big hit from Andrew Willock, he slowly gets back to his skates. 10:16 remaining in period number 1. It's Oswego 2, Plattsburgh 1, the SUNYAC Championship of 2009. And they just announced that the Plattsburgh women's team scored a big victory over RIT in the AC West Women's Playoffs. That's the big ovation you heard as Oswego trying to gain control of the puck behind the net of Brian Hintz. It's in the far corner. Lagunier behind the net. Tried to backhand it out in front. It just hit the back of the net. Bounced right back to the end boards. And now Plattsburgh up along the near side. Selleck trying to hold it in at right point. He's able to poke at it. Now takes it on the attack, trying to get around the defender. Bottom of the near circle. It's poked away. Francois Gagnon tried to jump up and play it, but Eric Sadum gets control and gets around him. Sadum, near side, has it poked away, but it goes right to Dylan Clark. He shoots. Saved by Tim Potter. Wow, 9:42 remaining in the first period. Francois Gagnon, a costly mistake right there. Tried to jump down and play it. Top of the near circle. Sadum got around him. It was a 3-on-1 the other way. But Mike Novak, credit him with some solid defense. That's about as well as you can play a 3-on-1. And then Potter making the save. Face off now in the Oswego end. 9:30 to play in the first period. It's in the far side corner. Off the end boards, Kyle McCutcheon trying to play it. He's pinned into the glass by Kyle Kudrock. And now McCutcheon tried to advance it again along the far side. It was taken away. Sent behind the net of Tim Potter. Clearing attempt along the near side. Gets past Kavanaugh and goes all the way to the Plattsburgh end boards. Hintz out of net to play it. Hit the skate of Neil Musselwhite at the near side half boards and bounces right to Nick Rolls on the attack. He's going to gain the center red and dump into the near corner. McCutcheon behind his own net. Leaves it for Brad Dormany. The junior is able to get it off to Tyler Lyon, who lifts it all the way down ice. Nick Rolls at his own blue line. Whiffed on it at first. Neil Musselwhite is able to knock it into the far side corner and play it behind the net. Karen Riceweber trying to fight off Ward Smith. It's a two-man scrum, and Smith is able to get it up to Vandermeer. Vandermeer took a big hit as he got rid of it from Mark Lotze. Loose puck in the neutral zone taken along the far side by Riceweber. Now poked away from him and into the Oswego end, but Mark Lotze along the near side will quickly gather it. Sends it to center red. Intercepted by Plattsburgh and dumped back into the near corner. Rich Zaleski going back to play it. He faked the wraparound chance along the far side and instead chooses to carry it up the near boards. He's into the neutral zone, fanned on a pass at his own blue line, but he has time to recollect. Takes it to the center red and dumps in. Along the far side, Mather gets to it. Plays it around a defender. At the end boards now, he's bumped off by Ward Smith. And the puck goes into the far side half boards. Burke able to advance it out there. Got it up to Phil Farrow. And now on the attack, here comes Joey Wilson. He's bumped off by Rich Zaleski. Couldn't get a good shot off. And behind the net, it's played by Zaleski onto the near side. Brendan McLaughlin tracks it down neutral zone. Could not settle the puck. And he falls down to the ice. And now he pokes it away from the ground from Joey Wilson. McLaughlin between the circles. Digs around a defender. And he couldn't get the shot off, but he drew the penalty. He drew the penalty, but however, The official now looks like he might be calling McLaughlin, perhaps for diving. 7:52 remaining here. No, correction. Burke is going to the box. However, McLaughlin does not look pleased. He may also be going to the box. So McLaughlin did draw the penalty, but committed one of his own, so it's going to be 4-a-side hockey for the next 2 minutes with 7:52 remaining in the first period. It is 2-1 Oswego. Goals by Lagner and Selleck as Oswego jumped out to the 2-0 lead. These are the first infractions we had of the night. Dan Sliasis then scored a sharp angle goal to cut the lead in half just a few moments ago. And now Plattsburgh takes the draw in their own end. Corey trying to advance it. It's held in at right point by Francois Gagnon. Chopping at it at the hash marks. Loose puck. Gagnon collects to his skates. Bottom of the near circle. Tried to feed it in front with a backhand. He's tied up instead by Ryan Corey. He gets it off to Mark Lotze, far corner. Lotze sends it between the circles for Levy. Settles it back to center point. Lyon. Near side face-off circle for Francois Gagnon. Backhands it over to Mark Lotze. Lotze is pinned between two defenders, and he coughs it up to Ryan Corey. Corey getting it up to Kyle Taylor. Far side, he's going to gain the center end and dump in. Line change for both sides here, or for Plattsburgh rather, as Oswego gets a partial line change. Now Tyler Lyon on the attack, 2-on-2. Big slapper deflected by Kavanaugh, and high off the glass at the far side half boards. Held in by Ryan Ellis, tried to backhand it over to Selleck. Ellis gets it back, takes it to the end boards, far corner now. Backhands it over to Kyle McCutcheon, high slot. McCutcheon with a wrister, saved, rebound. Selleck was out in front, couldn't get the shot off. And Ellis tracks it down at the far side. Back to the near for McCutcheon. Big slapper, went wide, held in at the far side by Tyler Lyon. And Lyon will wrap around the boards behind the net. Eric Selleck nearly taken down by a defender. Fell down to one knee. It goes to the near corner for Kyle McCutcheon. He's there with Riley Hill and Nick Rolls. Selleck coming over as well. McCutcheon had it for a moment, but Riley Hill pokes it away along the near side half boards. Puck still held up there. Right at the hash marks now. Kavanaugh pokes at it towards the point. Riley Hill comes up with it and will backhand it across ice for Dylan Clark. On the attack, Clark dumps it for Rolls. It's into the far side corner. Rolls centers it beautifully for Farrell. Couldn't get the shot off. As a diving attempt by Dormany held the shot off. And now another shot hits the post from Farrell and bounces into the far side corner. Neil Musselwhite taking it behind his own net, and he tries to turn on the Jets along the right wing. Nearly took a butt end from Farrell, but he got around him as he's on the attack now. Farrell able to play it with the glove. He lost his glove, but he got it to Dylan Clark on the attack. Big slapper saved as Tim Potter closes the door. And Rich Zaleski now near side corner. Playing it off the sideboards into the neutral zone. Brennan McLaughlin gets it to Neil Musselwhite. On the attack, right wing side. Musselwhite knocked down to his skates by Farrell, but he sent it into the near side corner of the Plattsburgh end. Brennan McLaughlin has it there at the hash marks. Tried to send it to wrister. Instead, he can only backhand it to the far side corner. Jared Anderson, the first to get to it there, pokes at it with one hand, but it went right to Ryan Burke. Takes it behind his own net. 5:28 remaining here in period number one. Oswego still leads 2-1. Phil Farrell gets it into the Oswego end and dumps in. Line change for Plattsburgh. Jared Anderson from behind his own net. Sends it onto the near side wing for Rich Zaleski. Sharp pass looking for Peter Magani on the attack. It's tipped by Plattsburgh. No icing. Magani near side corner of the Plattsburgh end. The first to get to it. Tries to send it behind the net. 5-man scrum for the puck. Magani comes free with it. And now he's tied up again behind the net. Sent it out in front along the near circle, but it's intercepted by Dan Sliasis. Sliasis to the Oswego blue line with a backhand. It's gloved by Francois Gagnon and sent up the far side. Retaken by Plattsburgh, and they'll dump it into the Oswego end. In his own near corner, it's Novak. Long pass to center red was tipped into the penalty box, so the faceoff will come back to the neutral zone at 4:45 remaining in the first period. Oswego 2, Plattsburgh 1, the 2009 SUNYAC Championship from the Stafford Ice Arena in Plattsburgh, New York. Kyle Kudrock gets it back to Ward Smith at his own blue line onto the far side for Burke. And it's chopped in the Oswego zone. Eric Selleck avoids one defender, but lost the puck. And Vandermeer scoops in. Far side half marks trying to get around Tyler Lyon. Takes it behind the net. Lyon able to push him into the boards, but Vandermeer still has it. Takes it back to the far side boards. At the hash marks, he's going to backhand it behind the net. And it bounces into the near side corner. Schluter has it there. Sent it between the circles. It was deflected out by the Oswego defense. And all the way back into the Plattsburgh zone. Ward Smith, long pass for Kyle Kudrock, right back on the attack. Sends in a wrister, saved by Potter, bounced off his glove hand, but the rebound taken by the defense. And now Matt Whitehead, left wing side, big slapper, saved, up between the circles, rebound, Dormany couldn't get the stick on it. And Vandermeer takes it far side. It's taken away from him by Rich Zaleski, who knocked him down to the ice, and Zaleski takes a return hit. as he sent it in towards the slot, but it was deflected away by the Plattsburgh defense and put into the neutral zone, intercepted by Neil Musselwhite along the far side, dumped in behind the net of Brian Hintz. Played up to the point. It's played with a high stick by Oswego, so that'll draw a whistle with 3:43 remaining in the first period. Both teams have returned to full strength. Five-a-side hockey once again. Oswego still with that 2-1 lead up the 2 early goals, but that early momentum has been quelled. They still hold a 12-9 advantage in shots on goal. Brian Hintz with 10 saves so far. Off the face-off, Dylan Clark tried to send it in, but it was deflected behind the net by the Oswego defense. And at the far wing, carrying it up is Mark Lotze. Gets it to Darrell Levy, backhands it into the end boards and gives chase with Nick Rolls. Got it back to Levy. Lotze sends it in between the circles. It bounced out to the near side half boards. Francois Gagnon sent it behind the net from there. It's intercepted by Nick Rolls, and the captain trying to clear it out cannot do it. Bouncing puck goes behind the net once again. Lotze takes a hit, got it to Rice-Rubber, trying to play it with his skates. It goes into the corner. Digging it out there is Dylan Clark, but Darrell Levy comes in and takes it away. Loose puck now on the bottom of the near circle. It's taken away by Nick Rolls. Gets it up to Eric Sadum on the attack. He'll dump in, and Plattsburgh will get a line change. Kyle Taylor coming off along with Nick Rolls. Darrell Levy gets control of it. Sends it across ice to Mark Lotze in the neutral zone. He took a hit there to make the pass. Lotze sending it onto the far side for Mather on the attack. Taken down to the ice. He is tackled by a Plattsburgh player. No whistle as both players get back up. Plattsburgh has it on the attack. Burke, Bristow, saved by Potter. Glove hand. And he holds on with 2:41 remaining in period number 1, sustaining the 1-goal lead for Oswego. Well, this Plattsburgh crowd had come alive after that goal by Dan Sliausis. It's pretty quiet in here right now. However, another goal can change that in a hurry. Phil Farrell on the attack. Sharp angle shot deflected by Potter behind the net. And Joey Wilson into the far side corner. He's able to drop it for Farrell. Reverses direction. Backhands it out in front. McLaughlin with the easy takeaway for Oswego into the neutral zone. Mather will dump in off the end boards. Giving chase is Mather himself into the far side corner. Falling down to the ice is Burke. And Mather is trying to play the puck. He made some contact with Burke, and that's why the fans were up in arms there. But the arm is not up. They'll play on. McLaughlin with a takeaway in the zone. Sends it in off the end boards. Going back to get it for Plattsburgh is Ward Smith. Long pass off the near side boards. Joey Wilson will tap it in. Line change for the Cards with 2 minutes even remaining in period number 1. Coming up first intermission, we will hear from Deb McLaughlin, the return of 5 minutes with Brendan's mom here on WNYO, so stay tuned for that as Vandermeer goes in front of his own net. Langer nearly took it away. Vandermeer able to go behind the net once again, safely. It's pinned against the end boards now. Eric Green coming over, carries it onto the far side corner. Tries to feather it out off the board. Selleck holds it in, chops it back into that corner. 1:34 remaining. Lagunier behind the net. He's got room. The puck, though, jumped over his stick. And Lagunier goes headfirst into the boards. He appears to be okay as he recovers. Selleck has it on the attack. Far side, back to Lyon. Ellis, center point. His one-timer looked like he bottomed out on that one. Sent it softly into Hintz, who easily covers up. 1:22 remaining in the first period. It's Plattsburgh 2, Oswego 2, Plattsburgh 1. We'd like to thank all of those of you who are tuning in across the country and into Canada, across the world really, on our webcast. We have an all-time high of 183 listeners right now, so we appreciate you tuning in. And Dormady on the attack along the far side off the face-off for Oswego. Gets to Musselwhite in the corner. Trying to give it back to Dormady. He's pinned into the boards by Ward Smith and a 4-man scrum for the puck. Smith tried to advance it up towards the point. It's held in by Musselwhite, and Dormady tried to feed it across for Matt Whitehead, but the pass was too high and Whitehead couldn't settle it with the glove. Sent in front of the Oswego bench, far side boards in the neutral zone. Now into the Oswego end, it's tapped in. Mike Novak will carry it for the Lakers into that far side corner, lifting it all the way down ice. It gets past Burke. He'll have to retreat between his own circles to corral this one. Played off the near side boards, nearly taken away by Mark Lotze, dumped in by Dylan Clark. Loose puck now bounces in towards the slot, but it's deflected into the end boards by Oswego. Riley Hill near side corner along with Kyle McCutcheon. Loose puck making its way towards Potter. It's brushed aside back to the near boards by the Oswego defense. Clearing attempt held in by Nick Rolls. Now it gets past him as Darren Rice-Rubber came over to obstruct him. 20 seconds remaining here. And a takeaway for Oswego again in the neutral zone. Tyler Lyon taken down by Nick Rolls. It's going to be a penalty. And that's the whistle here as Plattsburgh had touched up, it appears. Tim Potter was trying to race off ice. 15 seconds remaining here in period number 1. Oswego will have their first power play opportunity. They have a 2-1 lead. Nick Rolls, 2 for tripping is the call. Lagunier going against Riley Hill, near side face-off circle. Plattsburgh wins it, and they play it high off the glass all the way down ice. 8 seconds remaining here as Francois Gagnon goes back to his own end boards, backhands it to Brennan McLaughlin, sends a long pass down ice, looking for Peter Magana. He got him! Magana with a shot. It goes wide as he didn't have enough time. He got past the defender, would have had a breakaway with any more time on that clock. After 20 minutes of play, it's Oswego 2, Plattsburgh 1. The Lakers will carry a power play into the second period.